I just fucking streamed a full half hour of nothing worth watching. Didn't need to do that.
Right now, Domino's has half-off pizzas. Mine's here. Later.
The Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV.
Stop.
Yours.
No, we're gonna skip.
Get some more lights on in this house. Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some boards, something there by the fireplace, something we can nail this place up. Oh, God damn it! Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, what?
All right, sorry. One sec. I gotta make sure this is actually working right. No. Wait, is it? Might be. I think it is.
I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
Embarrassing story, but I can't pay my rent. My friend told me about how she got this $5,000 loan to pay off her bills, including rent. So I tried the same thing, and let me tell you guys...
No, whore. They're not giving you free money. It's not gonna happen, sorry. No. The dream is dead. I killed it. Get off my screen, you bitch. Prison live shit, and it's all tiny and shit. This is a terrible presentation. I'm sorry for the low quality presentation of this. I have very limited computer resources. I just have my phone really. I'm like I literally had to load this on a different device just to see how it actually, I think it actually looks, apparently. Yeah. Piece of shit Prism app. It doesn't show you while you're streaming. The fact that they take away a lot of your screen real estate. Those black outer bars, the black outline, uneven, thinner vertically than horizontally. That's not in the original source video that's supposed to be displaying here.
Not that strong.
This is straight up
bullshit. Pick up the biggest ones you can find.
Just so they could highlight their stupid ass
this room looks pretty secure.
more clearly. Very, very, very obnoxious water.
If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long for those things be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now. They're afraid of fire. I found that out.
They're afraid of fire.
You know a place back down the road called Beekman's Diner?
That'll be pretty key piece of information.
Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road.
But a big gas.
But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it. Grabbing and holding on.
What?
I didn't see them at first.
So, diesel truck? Not a diesel
I could
truck.
just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. And those things were catching up to it.
Who's a gasoline truck?
Truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself.
I'm wondering that might be
Went
just
right
a
through the
pickup truck.
guardrail.
Probably.
I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it's like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what.
I don't know why, but I just loved his
Still, you're the man.
dramatic
Screaming.
acting in this movie.
This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that
overdone. It probably is.
the entire place had been encircled. Wasn't a sign of life left except... By now there were no more screams. I realized that
I don't know, man.
I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them.
Then you shoot, yeah, boy.
They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there staring at me. Just wanted to crush them.
I think he's doing his best to act, and he's doing a good job.
Scattered through the air like
But it's
bugs.
not as believable as it needs to be, really.
We
The
were riding
acting
in the
is, I
cemetery.
guess, kind of pretty subpar
Johnny and
in
me.
this film.
Johnny,
I never know how to feel about
We-
acting, though.
we came to put a wreath on my father's
I might
grave.
be wrong all the time.
Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy?" Barbara. We didn't have any. And... Oh, it's hot in here. Hot.
On the 12th day of Christmas, Michael's went away.
Oh.
Hot in here. Hot.
It's quick. It's quick.
And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And
Johnny.
then this man started walking up the road.
This man.
He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up,
Man.
and I said, "Goody." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me.
Yeah,
And he
he did.
ripped at me. He held me and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny!"
Look at her acting,
Johnny,
man. Come on,
help
come
me.
on, come on,
Oh,
come
help
on.
me.
What am I?
And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped.
I have a soft spot for her.
And
I
then
like
Johnny
her
came and he
portrayal
ran and
for some reason.
he
It's
fought
just,
this
I don't
man.
know.
And
This film
I
is
got
iconic
so
to me,
afraid.
but
I
like
ran.
her
ran.
acting's pretty fucking like
I
incredibly
ran.
terrible. Jesus
And Johnny
Christ.
didn't come. We've got to.
Yeah.
We had to wait for Johnny.
This motherfucker boarding up the house and
We
she's
better
just
go out and
crying
get
about
him.
Johnny. Right?
We have
So
to
who
go
the
out and
fuck
get
was
Johnny.
Johnny?
He's out there.
Where's Johnny at?
Please, don't
Johnny
you hear
ain't
me?
here.
We've got to go
Johnny's
out and
not
get him.
protecting you right now.
Please.
Johnny's a
We
nobody.
have got to
Johnny's
go get
probably
Johnny.
a Johnny zombie
Please
by
help
right now,
me.
man. Come on.
Please.
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone.
Your brother is dead.
Sunday
No.
school picnic.
My brother is not dead.
Sunday school picnic. Oh, bruh. That was a little bit too hard. She responded with likewise force, not additional. God damn. Jesus. If any. Man, later. Fucking cold cocktail. I had enough of her shit.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being...
More homies
So,
to
at this point,
contend
there is
with.
no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of
Oh,
Pittsburgh,
right, they're scared of
Philadelphia, and
fire,
Miami,
remember?
along with the governors
He's
of
trying to
several eastern
increase
and
the fire
midwestern states,
presence
have
of the
indicated the
house.
National Guard may be mobilized at
He
any
said
moment,
that
but that has not
earlier.
happened as yet.
They figured that
The
out
only
at
advice
some point.
our reporters have been able
Oh
to
my
get
God,
from official sources
you're gonna
is
fucking
for private
blaze the
citizens to
place?
stay in their homes behind
Careful.
locked doors.
Throw
Do
that
not
out
venture
front.
outside for any
You're gonna
reason
burn
until
down
the nature of
inside
this
the house
crisis has been
then.
determined, and until we can
Oh,
advise
boy,
what
oh,
course of
boy.
action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their family or apparently to flee just anywhere. To
Yeah.
repeat, the safest course of action at this time
Scare their
is simply to
asses
stay
off.
where you
Oh, okay. Right. So we're sacrificing a living room chair. That fire you created is very likely to
Gentlemen, we
burn
just
a
received word
house.
that the president has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with the sudden epidemic of murder which has
Right?
seized the eastern third of the
Dude,
state.
look!
The meeting
He
is scheduled
just...
to convene within the hour.
I'm looking
Members of the
back
presidential
from a
cabinet
few
will be joined
seconds
by officials of the
past.
FBI and
watching
joint
it
chiefs
again
behind closed doors.
on my
White House
monitor.
spokesman, in announcing this conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch
Yeah, this
just
house
received in our
would
newsroom.
start burning pretty quickly.
Scammers demand payment with gift cards. Don't share codes or personal details.
Did you just drop an F-bomb?
No.
Indeed I did. A rogue mango flavor bomb.
Fuck off, shut
The
up.
latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest bulletin. Repeating, members of his cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and scientists from NASA within the hour.
Sorry about that.
All radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country, including the one to which you're listening, have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection
I
from
love how
wholesale
much
murder,
time
which
they
apparently is
spent
engulfing
of
much of the
him,
nation.
like,
Law enforcement
dwelling on
officials
each
explain
nail.
even at this
Yeah.
hour, even to theorize about the reasons for this rape. So far,
It's like he's very thoughtfully wearing that
T.K.
hammer.
Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina, was quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people, for God's sake, to
I
get
don't
off
know,
the
man.
streets. Tell them to go
Saying
home
this shit
and lock
makes
their
me
doors
mad.
and windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder-happy
No,
characters
no.
we have here." End quote. This Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina. So far, the only descriptions, the only clues anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses of some of the slayings. These eyewitness accounts variously describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Some eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims who look as though they had been torn apart. This whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago with the report of the slaying of a family of 7 in their rural home near Gulfport, Louisiana. Since then, reports of such senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror which has hopscotched in an erratic, disconnected manner throughout much of the eastern and midwestern United States. Efforts to keep track of the murder reports by the placing of markers on a map seem to indicate a general spreading from the extreme southeastern United States to the north and west. Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined that none of this kind of mass murder has yet been reported west of the Mississippi River, except in the extreme southeastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
It was only late yesterday
and
when it
these.
first became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began filtering in, newsmen and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This
that
place is boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here for a while.
dramatically, it was soon apparent that
We have
this
the
was
gun
something
and
more than the
bullets,
usual run of lawlessness.
Food and the
Some
radio.
officials began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone's
Things as
bound to come and get us out.
creatures from outer space. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies in urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Yeah, that's us. We're doing all right.
Of any suspicious strangers. And keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this continuing story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
Goes on in the absence of any law.
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killers. We repeat, this radio station.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now,
I
okay?
feel now.
Okay.
That's how I feel these days. I'm a zombie film, man.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
It's a nice little staircase, what do you call that? What do you call that shit? The banister. That's an ornate banister.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they killed.
Maryland.
And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
You gonna fuck a bitch up?
We're from town. City,
A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However, my
Guys, been down there. I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
Man, I can't even access Wi-Fi in this
How are we
bitch. What
supposed
the
to know what was
fuck?
going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Why is there no Wi-Fi?
Down there. We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Wait, how did we end up with all these new
we have been
dudes?
receiving and passing on to
When
you.
did they come in? Was
And
I
so
not
this
paying attention?
incredible
I know
story
they come
becomes
in at some
plausible in
point.
this
I
confused situation.
guess I missed it.
Just
Here we are.
reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening.
Now we got a
and it would
couple
appear
of
that
white
no one
dudes.
is safe from this wave of mass murder.
With the black dude and the white lady. I say that because, well, fuck, it's unfortunately.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time.
To me,
However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the
I'm
safest place.
fascinated by
You didn't hear the
how
racket
they're
was
racing
making up here.
this stuff.
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming.
Sure, you
This
must know what a girl
film is-
screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody if they needed help.
I mean,
Look,
like
it's
the
kinda hard to hear
hero
what's
is
going on
him.
down there.
We thought we could hear screams,
This is
but
like
for all we knew,
typical
that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more of
The
it,
racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How are we
These two
supposed to
white
know what's
guys
going
act
on?
like
Now, wait a
assholes,
minute.
actually.
You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
all right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we can fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door,
Yeah,
right?
but
Just
you don't
one door,
wanna
that's all we
hasten
have
the
to protect.
possibilities.
Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside.
You
But up
want
here,
to
all
delay,
these windows,
delay,
why, we never know when they were going to hit us next.
You keep
You got a point,
delaying,
Mr. Cooper.
they might
But down in
die
the cellar,
out
there's no place to run
due
to.
to
I mean,
external
if they did
forces.
get in, there'd be no back
You
exit.
might
We'd be done
actually
for.
survive it, you know?
We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar's a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how
This is
many's
when
out
the
there?
movie really
Maybe 6 or
gets
7.
good, in
Look,
my opinion.
You
It
two
takes a
can do
little
whatever you
while
like.
to kind of kickstart.
I'm going back down to the cellar,
I just
and you better
love-
decide. Because I'm
There's
going
a
to board up
lot
that
of
door,
drama
and I'm not
here.
going to unlock it again no matter
Oh,
what
God.
happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
At all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell
If you box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, they're literally like
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
pitching
More
what
than there
they
were.
think is best to
There are a lot out
do.
back, too.
What the hell of a fucking decision, man.
You're probably looking at these pizzas and thinking, dang.
Dang,
But when I tell you
darn it.
they're half off right now, you're thinking, dang.
What the fuck?
Harry? Harry, what's happening?
It's all right.
Man, that's so obnoxious. Yeah, that's not helpful. That really is defeating of the purpose because that'll drive away potential viewers, live viewers. Wow, what a bunch of assholes to design your app to be so shittily. Thanks a fucking lot, ass fucks. Fucking pricks. Prism Live, you fucking assholes. All these fucking apps that are designed like fucking poop. No fuck. Oh wow, okay. Just to fuck over people, man.
We gotta fix these boards.
Annoying.
You're crazy. Those things are going to be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here.
Saying, quote, tell the people for God's sake to get
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you.
Right.
It is tough for the kid, that old
What
man.
do you ask of him?
Now,
in his
get the hell down in the
generation,
cellar.
you're gonna get your
You
kid
be the boss
killed.
down there. I'm boss
What
up here.
kind of response do you expect?
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean,
This is when shit gets
With my
bad.
help. Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Right?
Wait a minute.
Isn't there danger between them?
Come on up here, honey.
I can't remember. Maybe, but I
only
don't know.
late yesterday that Griffin came clear.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh? It's all right, honey. Go ahead.
Began filtering in newsmen and law enforcement agencies.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Hey. Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
We repeat, this radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them.
Forget it.
You?
People, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Home near Gulfport, the murder reports on the telephone talking with eastern portion of Texas.
Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is a...
This is in the suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason. So, Governor government office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make coordinated schedule the next listening to law enforcement. These eyewitness accounts but act like at home. Street Galveston area. Creatures from outer space, partially devoured. Wimberland have concluded that in all cases the killers are. Repeat, this radio station.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay?
You'll be alright. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
You're gonna be okay. Stop complaining.
Civil defense officials
I don't
in
like
Cumberland have
complaining.
told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
I'm about to fix it. Sorry about that.